Today I'm going to be talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, since this game is getting a Switch 2 edition as of the day I make this available, or upload this. So I haven't played the Switch 2 edition just yet, but I do have a lot to talk about in regards to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. As you can tell by the stuff on the table in front of me here, I went to Nintendo Live in 23 and got to experience Super Mario Bros. Wonder before the game came out to the general public, and that was the big draw of Nintendo Live when that happened in Seattle in the US. It was the first time that I've ever gone to a large-scale event like this before, and it was also the first time I really got to play a game like pre-release, pre-launch before, and that's something I always wanted to do growing up as a kid. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to not just talk about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, but also talk about when I went to Nintendo Live. So early on in 23, I don't remember exactly when, but it was, I think in spring, like March or so, Nintendo announced they were doing Nintendo Live for the first time in North America, and it would be in Seattle in, I think it was September. And so and I don't remember exactly how the timeline worked, but you got to register for the time that for the days you wanted to go, and then you were randomly chosen for whatever times you selected, and if you were selected, you got to go to Nintendo Live. The only thing you had to do was pay your way there and pay your stay. And then if you weren't selected, then you didn't go. You lost. So that happened, and I was interested at that point just because Nintendo Live has been this thing that's happened in Japan for several years, and for that matter has happened I believe at least twice in Japan since 23. One of those might have been the year that it got canceled, but it happened relatively recently, within the last year, because they updated Nintendo Today for the Japanese audience to do that. But basically, you registered, and then that was it. And it wasn't entirely clear what was going to happen at our Nintendo Live in Seattle. So then in June, this would have been about 3 months, I think, before Mario Wonder came out, it got announced in a Nintendo Direct. One of the things that got announced in the week or so before Nintendo Live happened was that Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the newly announced 2D Mario game, was going to be playable at the event. So when I got to the event, prior to the event, excuse me, you got a couple things. You got this badge that just said Nintendo Live attendee. Probably okay to scan that QR code now. And it came on this nice lanyard that I keep around. So once you got to, and this was your ticket to entry, obviously. Once you got there, you got this key ring that had Elephant Mario, and this is a really cool Elephant Mario keychain. I just keep it attached to my badge so I don't lose it or damage it or anything like that, but it's pretty awesome. Some other things you got for just attending was this coin, Nintendo Live 23 Seattle, and then around the back it has Mario's face, and then the franchise logos of the franchises that were most prominently featured. Also got these, maybe I didn't get these at Nintendo Live. No, I think I did. I think these were from Nintendo Live, these little plastic attachments or standees, I guess. They came in like this little bag where they were all like jumped together like this, but they're in the shape of like a flower. And then you just stick like Mario in to this little slot, and then it's, Mario holding a Wonder Flower, or Luigi with Prince Poplin, and they're using the I think it was the parachute cap, and then this one has Princess Peach and the Toads and all that. It's basically pulled directly from the artwork. You also got these pins, which if you partook in Nintendo's 35th anniversary, Mario anniversary celebration, these are the exact same pins you would have gotten from that as well. So I have duplicates of these. Oh yeah, this wristband is what you wore for the day that you were there. So I was there on the last day, which was a Monday. You got this neat little activity book, which I don't think I ever used, but it had a thing about Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin, Mario Kart, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Splatoon 3, Animal Crossing, Kirby, and then a little promotional stuff for Nintendo Switch. This was the main thing though, is that you got this map. So basically you entered in, and I'll show the video of this as well, but basically when I was there, I congregated in this area, outside the shop, so right around here. And then when it opened, booked it past the Smash Bros area, past the Zelda area, past the Pokemon area, past the Splatoon area, past the Pikmin area, and came around here to this area with the Wonder Flower, which is where they were doing the Mario Wonder demos. As you can tell, Mario Wonder had easily the largest presence at this show, and it was located at the back, where you were kind of forced to pass through a lot of stuff in order to get there. While I was there, I got to experience a Zelda symphony, which might be detailed on one of these pages. Yeah, there was a Zelda orchestra that you had to enter like a warp pipe pass thing to attend. You could still listen and like watch, but to get like the seated, or to get the seats that were in here, you needed to register for the warp pipe pass. Oh goodness. And then there was the Mario Big Band, which was pretty cool. I got to listen to that just because it was in the venue. And then what else do we have in here? Hang on. This was like a Lego area, or like a Mario promotional area. I think Lego was in there too. There was a Splatoon area, which was pretty cool. A Smash Bros area, which was kind of cool. This was like a classics lounge. And then there was just a whole bunch of like Pikmin and Animal Crossing and Kirby and like third-party stuff. Actually, this page probably would be the best. So there was the pop-up store, which is where you could get like these pins. These pins were available for, I don't know how much they were, like $50 or something like that. Tears of the Kingdom was the second area. I'll try to throw some pictures in here, you know. But there was a Partner Plaza, which I didn't spend any time in. Scarlet and Violet. I didn't get to experience this area very much. Forgotten Land was pretty cool. Got to see Kirby like waltz his way from somewhere up here, like come down this little hallway and turn into his area. That was kind of funny. For taking a picture with Kirby, you got this little Kirby patch, which is pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Pikmin, there was a little Pikmin photo booth area, an Animal Crossing area, which Kit and Krista have, like, as they've described how this area would have looked at like PAX East, I think it was PAX East, the year that COVID happened and didn't occur. I think they reused a lot of that experience here at Nintendo Live. The section about Mario Wonder, of course, the Mario Dojo. Oh yeah, it was like a competition of like Mario games and stuff like that. It was kind of a lot in that area, like with 9, 10, 11, and 12. The Lego King Size Bowser, which was awesome. I have the retail version of that set, and it's still not assembled. The Mario Make and Take, I don't remember what that was. I think you got to like create a Lego Yoshi or something like that. The plumbing van from the Mario movie. Splatoon 3, which I did enjoy. There was a pin that I got from that, but I don't remember where it is. Smash Ultimate had a section, this variety stage, 15 was pretty cool. Nice little chill area to relax. The Switch Online Classic Lounge, which I didn't do anything with. 18 and 19, the Versus tournaments. This is where I got to watch the Splatoon 3 North America, I think it was the Invitational. It's probably printed on the back here if we look. Here we go. So each day there was some kind of a new tournament. So like the first day there was a Smash Ultimate Squad Strike thing. There was a Mario Kart tournament the second day. The third day there was like an Amiibo exhibition. And then the fourth and final day there was the 23 Splatoon Championship, which is what I really wanted to see, being the hardcore Splatoon fan that I am. I'll put pictures and video in where I can. Then they have these little experiences kind of detailing what you can do. So like in the Pokemon area, you could battle like a licensed Pokemon professor, which is someone I assume from the Pokemon Company. Let's see, the Lego king-size Bowser. Yep, 14 feet tall, 663,000 pieces. And it did move, which was cool. Oh, the Mario Make and Take. Build their own Lego Yoshi figures. The plumbing van from the Mario movie, so yeah. So Nintendo Live was a lot of fun, and I'm a little bit sad that they haven't brought this back yet since 23. It happened late enough in the Switch lifespan that it felt experimental. I mean, when you look at the list of games and experiences that were on offer, they had all come out already and had been out in some cases for years. And the only new thing there really was Mario Wonder. So it kind of felt like maybe something like Nintendo Live that could happen in like a Switch successor, or now the Switch 2 era, but earlier on in its life, might be something of interest to Nintendo. As of recording, that has not proven to be the case. They have not announced anything about doing Nintendo Live again or yet, and I don't know, it doesn't seem super likely, given that it's now March, halfway through March. By the time you watch this, March will basically be over. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be in the end of the Switch 2's lifespan when we get Nintendo Live again. Who's to say? But the main experience there was Mario Wonder, and being able to play this game early was awesome. You got to play 4-player, and I was there with one other person, so we got assigned to like another group of 2, and so all 4 people, so they could get as many people through as possible. And what we played was essentially the final build of the game. Mario Wonder had been done by the time it was announced. I need to insert some pictures of what the area it was in, but they had like the Mario Wonder Direct playing in the background, which was kind of cool. And then the whole area was like themed to the game, of course. So the level that I most enjoyed was, I think it was like the second level, or rather it's a level that actually appears rather late in the game. But it's the one where you kind of get like first introduced to the rock, or the drill mushroom, and you have like those crushing enemies that like bounce between the ceiling and the floor. But you can avoid them with the drill mushroom. They had moved that stage from late in the game to, I think it's Pipe Rock Plateau, for the purposes of the demo, and had completely omitted the one where the piranha plants sing. That stage was completely omitted, and there was no indication that that was even in the game at all. So when I got the game, when launch day came, and I put in my copy of Mario Wonder, and that stage came up, I was like, this wasn't in the demo, this is different. And I spent the whole weekend basically playing Mario Wonder from start to finish, and it's a game that I really do enjoy, and I'm looking forward to playing more of once the Switch 2 edition, or now that the Switch 2 edition is out. There looks to be a decent amount of story content, or single player content rather. The amiibo look great, which I'm sure I'll have a video on here in a minute anyway. The ability they've added some new functionality where like you can combine badges, like wear 2 at the same time. And I'm interested to see how that works, because that was one of the things from Mario Wonder that I was like, man, it'd be neat if I could like swap these easier or have multiple equipped, you know? So we'll see. This game is really incredible. I think it deserves all the praise it got and then some. The online was actually really fun as well. Being able to track like the ghosts. And obviously this is a game that I ended up 100% completing because my title screen is black, but just in case you don't believe me, there you go. So some of the things Mario Wonder became known for, of course, was the talking flower. And in a kind of new and unusual move, Nintendo started to make merchandise from Mario Wonder. So the talking flower is the easiest example of that. Let's see what sound line we get.
She sells seashells by the seashore. I'm good, huh?
Yeah, there you go. So the talking flower, which originated in Mario Wonder, has kind of spawned its own life in that it is now merchandise created specifically for your consuming pleasure. But it's also started to appear in other games too, like Mario Tennis Fever, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, in the mouse, what is it, like the mouse coaster or whatever they call it? The game mode where you use the mouse controls to shoot at things on like a carnival coaster. The talking flower has been added there as well. So talking flower originated in Mario Wonder, and some people don't like the talking flower. I do, and I'm glad that it has its own life now, even if it is maybe, with its physical representation, potentially going a little bit too far. That's my story and experience with Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It was amazing getting to go to Seattle. I'm sad I wasn't there longer, but that might change someday, sooner than later. And it was cool getting to go to an event like this to play a game early in advance. And it's an experience that I would do again in a heartbeat. And hopefully, you know, we don't have to wait super long to get another Nintendo Live event in the US. And maybe it can be more central, like in Chicago or something like that instead of Seattle. So yeah, that's my story that I have to tell you about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I've never really lined these up before. Oops, it's not quite gonna stay, but yeah, it is literally just the art pulled from the cover. That's almost 1-to-1, and shrunken down into little plastic form. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.